Hey everyone, in this video I am going to kind of show you guys how to delete your EGR and EGR cooler from your 6.7 liter Cummins and also your DPF filter. For me, I did the EGR delete and I did the DPF delete, straight pipe 5-inch turbo back exhaust, no muffler. Basically, before I get into the rest of this video, I do want to make a disclaimer that I am not liable, nor am I responsible for any modifications that you make to your vehicle and or according to laws in your area, whether it be emissions, yada yada yada, you know the drill. I'm not responsible for any modifications or anything you break on your vehicle. Just wanted to make that small disclaimer, and I'm not responsible for basically anything that goes wrong with your vehicle. I don't know what the hell to say, but basically I know I better throw that disclaimer out there just in case. Basically, I have a video that we're going to be getting into more so a little bit later in this video. I tried to make a couple of small parts of videos that would pretty much show you how to delete the EGR. I might have slacked on some things, and I want to apologize if I missed or cut anything out. And or I also wanted to apologize that if I said the wrong millimeter bolt or what have you, so on and so forth. But basically, nobody has any video like this on the internet whatsoever. So I just wanted to show you guys what I found. I'll try to put a link in this description, however, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. I'm trying to make this video quickly as possible. So basically, you want to go to YouTube. I have the red, I'm subscribed, whatever. But anyway, just regular old YouTube. And you want to go to Dodge Cummins 6.7 EGR cleaning. And their channel is Motor City Mechanic. Now, however, he shows you how to clean it. Well, basically, you have to take it all apart and off the engine to clean it. So, I found that video rather helpful. There's a couple parts. There's part 1. There's I think a fourth part or a second part. Basically, there's 3 or 4 parts. You only need like part 1 and part 2. The other parts, he just shows you how to put it back on, like pre-program anything. But I didn't really have much direction when it came to the EGR. I mean, there's some websites out there. I mean, here's one. I mean, Sinister Diesel has one. I mean, it all depends your preference. If you know what you're doing, you're going to be okay, but I needed some direction. So anyway, as far as the EGR, there's directions. I tried to cover them all in my video. I probably slacked at that, but I just also wanted to apologize for that in the future of this video. Thank you, guys. Also, guys, I also wanted to, I don't even know why I have that picture up on the internet. Anyway, I also wanted to point out that basically the part that I think takes the longest is going to be your EGR. And also your tuning. Your tuning's probably going to take almost the longest as the EGR. You guys can definitely get it done in probably 6 to 8 hours if you're working hard at it. If you have 1 or 2 people by yourself, I don't know. I had me and a buddy from work help me. What else do I got to say? So we just did it. I took a couple days off work to do it, so, I mean, I was close to home, so, I mean, it really didn't matter. I had another vehicle to use. So, regardless, it can be done. Obviously, I did it, and a lot of other people have done it. But, I just wanted to make this video that your bully dog will take the longest. As far as your bully dog, there's not much instruction that comes with it at all, really. I mean, there's paper, but, I mean, when you plug it in, it's clear as day. The instructions, you just follow the thing on the bully dog tuner itself, and you'll be good. I mean, I did it. And then, once you did that, I went with EFI Live from Hardway. You just, connect the tuner. I mean, and everything's in the pack. I mean, that part almost takes the longest. And then once you're done, I mean, then you just go ham at deleting it. So, just wanted to give you guys that insight. Thanks. Also, one last thing, guys. I wanted to mention that this stuff is supposedly only for off-road and competition purposes only. It is not legal for pollution-controlled vehicles and or vehicles that are going to be operated on the highway. Just wanted to give that out to you guys. Thanks. I wanted to give you a quick video here. My truck never did this before, and I'm actually not complaining. Here's some kind of cold here in the winter right now, but it's not too bad. But here, I'll show you guys. The exhaust brake came on with the truck key, which I'm not complaining about. And also, when I hook up a trailer, the park sense actually goes off as well, which it never really did that before either, so I'm not complaining. I like this tuning. Alright guys, just a quick run. No check engine lights, obviously. Your DEF fluid is going to be empty, or show empty, because obviously it's not going to be used anymore. It does blow a little bit of smoke. I don't know if you guys saw that. This is the stock tune, which doesn't make any sense to me. But anyway, I just want to give you guys a little run. The videos, guys, that I've seen all over the internet absolutely do not do justice to how these things sound. Absolutely not. Especially when you have the exhaust brake on. I mean, no justice. I mean, you listen to the internet, they sound pretty decent, but I mean, these things are so much better in person. I mean, it's unbelievable. But anyway, guys, just wanted to give you guys a little just a little run, maybe a little smoke, I guess, if you guys wanted to. Alright, talk to you later. Bye. So when you're doing the unlock process, it's going to take a while. So yeah. Alright guys, so when you're doing the bully dog unlock, here is your 3-prong thing you're going to want. Here's the intake tube. It's going to be on the back side of here, right in here. You're going to plug a 3-prong thing in there, and that's the one you want. Alright guys, so pretty much everything's self-explanatory for the tuner. You're going to plug it in with the stock one, and then once you do step 1, you're going to cycle the key on and off a whole bunch of times. Then you're going to do the second one, which you're going to run the one with like the red tag on it, and then you can use the HDMI cables, and you're going to plug this in. You're going to plug it into the port underneath the hood that I just showed you. Part 2 was tricky for me because I got a bunch of error codes and had to redo everything, which slowed me down quite a bit. But right now, if you're just using it to unlock, after step 3 you hit continue, it'll go to your main menu screen, have like a little graph there or whatever. You're done. Unplug it, plug in your tuner. I have EFI Live from Hardway. I'm sure PPEI or PPIE, whatever it is. They're probably all the same, but in here it gives you all your instructions and everything. So it's very self-explanatory. The thing will guide you right through everything. After, keep in mind that you have to do your tuning on this, and then you can unplug all your sensors and rip all the emission shit off. But you have to wait until after the step's done, guys. So I'll catch you all later. Alright, so that thing that was here before is going to be, I think, 4 10mm bolts on it. Then bolt here, 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 and here, and then this right here, it's a 12mm bolt. Get that in a second. Clamp here, take off. That's going to be a 12mm bolt. Talking to the video. The clamp here. 2 sensors here. Yank them off. Pulls off. That's going to come right out. Now, after you get that bolt done down there. Alright, 2 8mm bolts up here. It's actually 1, 2, 3 8mm bolts up here for this motor. Alright, there's a video, or there's a cover here. two 10 millimeter bolts on that one. Another one there, and then one there. Alright, for that bracket right there, it's going to be two 10 millimeter bolts down there, 10 millimeter bolt there, 10 millimeter bolt down here, and another one down below it. Okay, for the shield, there's going to be actually three 10 millimeter bolts down there. Two on this side and one on the back side. It's actually on the bottom. I got it loose enough to move it around. That's going to be a 12 millimeter bolt, I believe. So hopefully that helps. Alright, so you have to take that crankcase filter hose off there. I'll be deleting that too, probably in a different video. You're going to have to take this hose off too to get the cooler out. But anyway, there's some bolts, 10 millimeter, another 10 millimeter, two more back there to get this bracket off. It'd be a pain in my freaking ass. Basically, there's a shield here, hooks up to this bolt and everything. Actually, we'll take that bolt off. That thing will come off. Yep. Okay, anyway, there's gonna be two bolts down in one here and then one over here. They're gonna be 8 millimeters. This one up here, I believe, is 10. Pull the shield off, or don't if you can get it. It's a bunch of bullshit. Okay, that shield's off. Throw it with the rest of the junk.
Something big.
Yeah, that's probably gonna be 10. Alright.
Okay.
Getting that thing off.
Shit.
Didn't lose that. It's all good. Take your gasket off. There's actually going to be, as you can see, two on the top, two on the bottom. They're both 10 millimeter bolts. Chuck that with the rest of the bullshit. And now, you can probably get to that bolt a little bit easier. Look at all that bullshit. All that soot. Putting her back into the engine. That's ridiculous. Alright guys, keep me tuned. So, let me hop up in here. Want to make sure you get all the bolts out on this side. There's going to be a couple down in there. There's one down there. Another one down there. You want to take that top off there, that screw, that 8 millimeter. Actually, you probably don't have to pop that off. I thought it would make it better to pull this up. But anyway, you want to get your crankcase filter hose. Freaking focus sucks on this damn thing. Just you pop that off, just put that out of the way. That way you have to pull on this slightly. Coolant's gonna piss out of there like a son of a bitch. You wanna make sure you have a pan down there. That's all your coolant coming from your cooler here. Once you get that out of the way, then you can more or less get to those two bolts down there. And that's basically all we have yet. We've got all the rest of these bolts out here in here, so that's about it. Once we get that thing out of the way, we can better get to that one down there and get that bracket out. So I didn't move my hose at all. So alright, also when you take this coolant hose off here, have like a water bottle or something ready, or at least get most of these bolts out. Otherwise, unless you working with coolant on your hands, that's your guys' call. But coolant will piss out of there for just a couple seconds. But just wanted to let you guys know. Alright, guys. So we got the hose out. You just want to pull back on that slightly, and you're gonna wiggle the shit out of it, and you're eventually gonna get this off of there. It's like a nipple type deal. This fits over there, and there's a seal. But you'll eventually pop that off, and then you'll be good to go on that department. So, just want to pull this out of the way. There's gonna be coolant everywhere. Put this out of the way, clean it up a little bit. And then now we're just going to get those bolts back there. That's about it. Alright guys. They're actually the easiest of the project. Everyone bitches about how bad they are. They're not that bad, to be honest. 15 millimeter. Yep. 15 millimeter. Put it back in there. Just guide for the bolt. You kind of have to lay down. Hope you didn't eat too much turkey for Thanksgiving or Christmas. And then there's another bolt back there. And these are actually the easiest. I have to get that one yet, but easier of all of them, I think. These are the easiest out of the whole project. So, all right. Got the cooler out. Got to get the bracket next, and then this dreaded bolt. This is actually the worst one of the whole bunch. Get this two back there. It's actually relatively easy. The right one was easy, left one was actually kind of a pain, but they were easier out of all these in this whole kit, pretty much. But yeah, got the cooler out. Got to get that off next and go from there. Still to get this piece out, but we'll get there. And we'll do the exhaust. Alright guys, got that bolt off. You gotta do it from this side with a wrench. It's a bitch to get off. Go ahead and pull that off then, and you're pretty much ready for your block off plates. Unless you want to remove your rack thing, I have no need to remove it, so I think I'll be alright. Alright guys, so we're back to this damn thing here again. Basically, the way I found the easiest was to just, wiggle it. Let me get this light out of the way. Wiggle it to there for that damn clamp, and you just want to go like this, and you want to loosen it as much as you can without, like puncturing this radiator hose or anything else. But you want to do that, and then I don't really know what size it was, but now it's, I think it was a 10mm before, but now it's 8mm. Pretty much rounded it off. The only way to really tell that it's moving, there's going to be 2 blue dots on there. They're going to line up, one on the bolt and then one over here. You can see it twist. Just go very easy on it, because once you strip it, it's a bugger, because I stripped the heck out of it. But, alright, we'll go from there. Alright, we're also going to be doing a throttle valve delete. You're going to want to take this, fucking, can't see damn thing, huh? I'm going to take the shield off. There's a bolt down here. That is a, oh, right here it is. That's a 10mm, and I believe this is a 13 or a 12, one of them. But this one you're going to need a long attachment because it's pretty far back in there. But that's how you get the shield off. Alright, doing the throttle valve delete. Down here there is a, there's going to be a clamp. That's going to be a 12mm long bolt. Gonna loosen that, and there's going to be, focus. 1, 2, 3, and there might be a 4th one in the back. I can't really see. I don't think there is, but those are going to be 8mm short bolts. Just try not to lose them down in your hose here, otherwise, unless you want your engine breathing bolts. Alright guys, so, throttle valve. Yep, let me tell you, works wonders when it's totally closed like that. This is a freaking joke. EPA can SMD. There it went open. But seriously, look at this shit. Look at that. That is a joke. Freaking idiot. Alright guys, so I took the throttle valve off. There's going to be 4 8mm bolts. The one in the back is very hard to get to. This is just my intake horn laying over. I wanted to take the intake horn off to take a look at the grid heater. And look at all that soot buildup. It's not a whole lot, but I mean, it's enough. I mean, regardless. I mean, it's... Look at that shit. It's not a whole lot, guys, but I mean, still, I mean, it's more than what it should be ever, to be honest. This is only like 22, between 21 and 22,000. I think it's like 22,000 at the max. That's what it looks like at 22,000. I'm just gonna get like a shop vac or something and just kind of tidy that up a bit. I don't want my engine eating that any more than it has to. Wanted to give you guys a look. Alright, bye. So we got that cleaned up just a hair. Can't do a whole lot of it, but that's the intake tube. Look at all that. That's a joke. Alright, we got the throttle valve delete on. Basically, it's easy just to take this whole intake horn off. Clean that up a bit with the sweeper. Putting a block off plate on now. Really don't remember what bolts they were. I think they were 10. I'm not sure. I don't remember. We'll find them. Yeah, I got a throttle body on. It's nice. Alright. Got the intake horn back on. Put all the bolts in. That one back there is a little tricky. You gotta take your oil fill cap off, or their dipstick out, and with like that bolt and that bolt right there. Where are my fingers at? Right there, right there. That's only if you want to take the tube off. I just took it off to sweep it out a little bit. Got the block off plates on. Got the throttle valve delete on. Got the clamp. That's a pain to get that on, but it's on. So now we just put that block off plate on. That one only has one gasket. I mean, you can't use the existing gaskets from the factory. You have to use the ones from your kit. That one takes one gasket, crank those bolts to hell. And then back there, that block-off plate back there, that one has 3 gaskets. The factory one also has 3 gaskets, but take the factory ones out, use the ones in your kit. 3 gaskets, crank the bolts to hell, and you're just about done with the block-off. All we have to do now is put the exhaust on, and then I'm going to hook up the coolant lines. And I will be planning on doing a crankcase filter delete, but not today, so I'm just going to hook that back up to the turbo. So, alright, freaking sensors everywhere. Oh, there's a gasket on the turbo, Dylan, I think. It looks it, or either that's part of the other one that fried off. Anyway, right there's turbo, 5-inch outlet. I'm going to put a 5-inch pipe on, down pipe it, then straight pipe it. No muffler just because, you know, it's America. See, there's nothing left under here. The emissions crap is gone. Right up back. It's just sitting back there. You guys can see it way back there, but yeah, there's nothing. But as far as unhooking like all these sensors, guys, it is ridiculous. How about it, Dylan? There's so many sensors in here. It is so insane. Like, you cannot unhook anything. Even after we thought we got all the sensors, there was still more that were hanging out of the pipe. So, I mean, this is just like one section of piping. So, I mean, after all this is done, we're gonna have to zip tie everything. So, keep you guys informed. Update. We do have the 5-inch. We still have the. We do have the 5-inch down pipe in. If you can see it. Probably not. No. Maybe. Yeah, I think you can. Right there. Anyway, we did not take the wheel well out, as other people say. We started to, and we figured, nah, screw that. So I just figured, you know what? Might as well just go from the engine bay, which you're gonna need some long arms. Tiny fingers. This focus is absolutely horrible, guys. I do apologize. This is absolute junk. Anyway. This sucks, dude. You buy a brand new damn phone, and it can't even focus. Anyway, down there you can see the clamp barely out. Absolute junk, I tell you guys. There's a better shot. Right there's the clamp. Sorry for the focus. When you're popping that clamp off, you're going to, it's like 1, 2, and then 3 at the bottom. You have to pop it off like 3 parts with like either a hammer, tapping gently on it with the back end of the prongs, or a screwdriver. And yeah, there's a gasket in there. I don't think you need it anymore. At least on the exhaust from stock. There is one from the turbo. But it's gonna be hard. You gotta fit the downpipe and the turbo in that flange there. You can see it laps over. So it's a pain, but it can be done. It's definitely a 2-person job. Don't try to do it by yourself. Got that bracket out. Had to get to this thing here. Put the new one in. Still trying to figure out how to get that. So stay tuned. All right, guys, got that thing out. The old one. There on the ground, you can see the green thing at the top. That one was in there. You're gonna need a, what is it, 1 inch? 1 inch. 1 inch wrench, and you need basically 4 arms to do it. Just 2 people. You'll get her done. Barely, but you'll get it. And then we just put that back on there with a socket. Obviously, you want to use Teflon tape. And then you want to put your hose over that and clamp it, and then that hose is going to connect to this thing right here. This one, right here. So after that, we're going to hook up this this thing right here. We have the cover off right now. That's the only way we can really get to it. After we do that, I'm going to hook that crankcase thing back up until I delete that, so I got a chance. So yeah. Alright, guys, got the cooling hose on, got the clamp on. Freaking phone down there. Got the clamp on here. Hook this thing back up here, just for shits and giggles. Hook that thing back up there. Hook the hose back up for the crankcase filter. Not going to do that delete today. I didn't put the bracket in yet, didn't have the time, so the bracket to hold all your transmission dipstick and everything. It's pretty solid in there, so I don't really think it's going anywhere, to be honest with you guys. Everything's good. All bolts are tightened back up. Didn't lose any. Well, hopefully didn't lose any bolts. Don't have any nuts left over or anything, so we're good on that department. The only thing is it might smoke a little or something because if there's coolant in there. Coolant ran down in the exhaust manifold, so that should be about it, guys. For the purposes of this video, here you can see that it's a it's actually a 15, but build 14. So, all right. Moment of truth is, got the hood up just in case. I leak first. Watch for leaks anyway. Kind of scared, not gonna lie. No check engine lights. There's no check engine lights, baby! Woo! Just gotta replace the fuel filters. All right. Want to hear how she sounds? Hey, turn the exhaust brake on. Maybe it's not doing it because it's not cold enough. But when it kicks on, it goes, whoo! All right. Once over, I don't see anything pissing out, so we're good.